Alright, welcome back to Adobe Muse CC. In this tutorial we're going to cover how to create hyperlinks and anchor links. So what is a hyperlink? Essentially I have one here for Lassen Community College. It's a link to an external website basically, or you could have links to other pages in your site. We're going to do that through navigation in a future tutorial, so we're not going to cover that now. But let's go ahead and preview this because I've already set up one by clicking on the preview button here. And you'll notice as I hover over this, the color changes. You'll notice it's purple right now, which means that I've actually visited this site before. But if I click on this, what will happen is it'll send me to the Lassen Community College site, which is pretty cool. So let's set up for University of Iowa here. So basically all I have to do is highlight University of Iowa and click on the hyperlink. So click on that to expand options, or actually instead click in here to add the link. So in here you can see the actual pages we have set up. We can link to an external file, but we're going to actually use a URL, and I've actually already copied this URL, so I'm going to go ahead and paste it in here, and basically just hit return. Once I do that, and again I just went out on the internet to search for this and basically copied it, so if I click on here you'll see I just copied the URL and then pasted it in there. So let's go back to Muse here, and now you can see it's clearly a hyperlink. So let's go to the preview mode. Check this out. So I can hover over to University of Iowa and click on it, and what will happen is open University of Iowa, which is pretty cool. So what's happening here is that this works now as a hyperlink. I do want to warn you that sometimes you'll have issues if you have something blocking. So like this text frame here for educator and artist, if I moved it down over the or partly over the Lassen Community College, I won't be able to access it very well, and I'll show you that right now. I'll hit preview again. Just as a warning here, you'll see that the hand doesn't really show up. I just have the arrow versus the little hand widget here, and that's because again this is sort of blocking this. So let's go ahead and just undo a couple times to bring it back up to right about there. There we go. So the next thing I want to show is how, now we know that how to do hyperlinks, let's figure out how to do anchor links. Anchor links basically provide you to scroll down to a particular area. So if you have a large website, maybe you want to jump to an area on your site. So for example, the bio here, maybe I want to jump to this site. So they're over here in the little widget here. All you gotta do is click and you get this little placeholder for the anchor, and basically you just click here to create it, and it'll give you essentially a little widget that basically wants you to name it. So I'm going to call this bio and click OK, and I can move this anywhere I want along here, so I'm going to move it about right there. And let's see, so what we're going to do is right here it says for more information about me, see my biography below. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight, I could highlight this whole word, this whole sentence. I could highlight just biography. I think this time I'll just highlight everything here and click on, in the hyperlink filter here, you'll see there is a bio with the anchor symbol. So I'll click on that and you'll see now that we have a hyperlink. So let's check this out. We'll go to preview and we'll see how this works here. So I'll click on this link here, and what will happen is it will snap to the bio area, and it goes a little bit farther down than I would like. I want the word bio to show up, so what that requires me to do is basically edit this a little bit, and it's a pretty easy edit. All I gotta do is click on this little guy, and wherever I drag it to, it'll essentially snap to. So right here should work fine. Let's try that again. Click preview, and I'll click on that link, and just like that I've got bio. It looks like it needs to go up just a hair more to make sure I've got bio there, or I could bring the text down just a little bit. Either way would work. This text frame could go down just a tad, and that should work pretty well. It's not overlapping the other text here, so I think that'll work really well now. The last thing I want to share is how to edit your hyperlink state. So if we double click and highlight any of this, you'll see the hyperlinks are here, and what we can do is click on this and click on edit link styles, and in here we can adjust things. So for example, if we want the normal state to be a completely different color, we could do that. We could choose yellow or some weird purple color. We could change the text so it could be bold instead of regular. We could adjust all these properties for each of these: the normal, the hover, visited, and active. So let's see what this looks like. We can go ahead and click OK. And just like that, you'll see all of this is updated now. It's changed this purple here. So if I go to preview, go ahead and do that. You'll see as I hover, it becomes blue with the underline still, but I've got this other state here that is created. So if I don't like that, I can always go back and edit those hyperlinks again. Click on the edit hyperlink and change it back to that blue color, and adjust accordingly. I can uncheck that one and have this underlined text as the option for the single state. So have fun exploring these styles. There's lots of different possibilities here. Well, not a ton, but a few here. It's under the Site Properties tab here. So, but again, all you have to do to apply it is basically click on the hyperlinks to expand and click on the edit here. You can choose to open the link in a new window or tab. I have found it's a little buggy in the program for doing that. It doesn't really work, but essentially if you do check this, what will happen is when we actually publish this, it will open up with a new tab. So that'll be kind of cool. You can also add tooltips. So in here you can have a tip that basically attributes to the HTML as you hover over the individual pieces. So you could do that too. So that's it for working with hyperlinks and anchor links in Adobe Muse CC. Until next time, cheers.